What's the most expensive house you have sold?
The most expensive. Do I need to say this?
Yeah, I mean, this is public information.
The most expensive I sold was 250 million.
250 million. When did you sell this?
I can disclose this where, but I sold
250 million. How did you sell it? Give me 3 things. 1, how did you get the vendor? How did you get the vendor to allow you to sell that? Number 2, where did you get the customer?
Yes.
Number 3, which number customer was this? You know the way you can say, the first customer I showed this property he bought, was this a repeat customer?
Yes.
Was this number 7? Did you have to convince them? Was this an institution? Was it an individual?
So number first question was,
how did you convince the owner to sell it?
How did I convince the owner?
And were you the only one selling it?
Very good question. Now, how I met the owner was through a client that I sold to. See that?
There is, I love it. Just hold that. I love that so much because that is the most powerful force of wealth creation.
Yes, network.
Relationships.
Yes.
Relationships is everything.
Very true, networks.
Do you know, if you gave me even $10 million and gave me relationships, give me doors. Give me doors.
Networks.
Because doors keep giving.
Yeah.
So somebody who you sold to
connected you. A buyer.
Wow.
Okay, now how did I find someone who I sold to connected me to the owner of the property.
So a seller.
Now, how did I get a buyer?
Okay, tell me first. So you meet the seller. Which day was this? Was it a Monday, Tuesday? When was this?
It was a Friday.
So this person is in Nairobi, right?
He's in Nairobi.
So you go for a meeting.
Let's go.
So it's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
You call
someone
this
calls
guy.
our office. No.
Is this a cold call? What happens? You call this guy and say, I'm coming.
No. Listen, in fact, I don't do cold calling.
Okay, so the introduction to the seller.
Yes, to the seller of the
owner of the property.
Of the property.
Yeah.
So
you give an introduction.
So now the client.
Yeah.
Okay, calls our office.
Okay. No. I'm thinking about. Let's come back to. You have been given an introduction to the seller. The seller of the property, the person who's selling it.
Now look, I want to tell you how, because I told you that the client, the owner of
the vendor
of the property.
Yeah.
Now how I got in touch with them.
Yes.
So they call our office.
Okay.
They've been referred by someone.
Got you.
That I
No way.
That I sold.
No way. He looked for you.
Of course. They call.
Okay.
So when they call, sometimes when someone calls, you don't really know.
You don't know who you're dealing with. Yeah.
So you go meet them.
Okay. So you go and meet them.
You go meet them.
So you met them at their place? Where did you go?
I met them at their place.
Okay, you go to their house.
Yeah, you go to the house.
You went to their house?
Of course.
Did you carry your security?
No.
Okay.
I go meet them, we chat, we discuss.
So you enter? Wait, I'm really curious. So you come, how are you dressed?
Of course, I'm always on top, always sharp.
So where do you sit? Do you sit in the garden? Do you sit in the sitting room? Where do you sit?
Of course, we get into the property and...
is it a man? Is it a woman?
He's a man.
Is he old?
Very old.
Is he Asian, Arabic, Kenyan?
Come on, I can't go into...
Yeah, okay, fine. Agreed.
Yeah.
So he says, welcome, come in.
Yeah, come in. So we meet for the
Offers
first time.
What did he offer you?
I didn't take anything because it was a short...
Did they offer you something?
We did, of course, have coffee here.
Okay, fantastic.
So we jump in and...
so now you are sitting in the sitting room or in the garden?
We're walking.
Or you're walking, he's showing you the property.
Yes, around.
So you met at the property being sold?
Yes.
Fantastic.
At the property.
Got you.
So I get there, we go around, he takes me around, we meet. He's so happy to meet me because he has been told more about me. Yeah. Remember, this someone referred to me from a client that I had sold.
Got you.
Property.
Yes.
So they have a property that they're selling.
Yes, sir.
So we meet for the first time, we talk and we discuss a few things and I ask questions about the property and all that. We get the details, then done. Then we finish. Because it's normal. You will be called, a property in love to come see, you see, then you just leave it there. You
so
don't
at
really
that point, he asks you the price. You ask him the price. Who says the price? He says
the price.
I
try to.
Okay. So you immediately tell him that's not the price.
That's impossible. Okay. You can't sell at that price.
Okay.
Because property ABC sold at this.
So 250 was not his initial price?
No, it was not.
What was his initial price?
He was asking 280.
280.
I had to push him down.
By 30 million?
Of course.
So you earned 30 million in 1 minute?
I didn't earn 30 million.
Because effectively that's what it is.
I didn't earn...
Because if you sold it at 280, now you earn this 30 million.
Of course, but then again, I didn't earn 30 million. I had to push him down at least to also allow the sale to be easy.
Got you.
Okay, so I finished that. We finished that. We didn't talk much. We finished that. Done. We discuss a few things and I leave.
So what
at that time,
next?
I didn't have a client.
He's given you a price point.
Yes.
You like the property.
Yes.
You think you can sell the property.
Yes.
You shake hands.
Yes.
What happens next?
What happens next? Most of the times the way we do it is you don't really go deep into now starting to...
So they don't give you a contract as giving you the right to sell the property?
Of course, they'll give you a contract and, the mandate to sell.
But no
exclusive. I don't like exclusive sales.
It's not exclusive.
I don't like it.
So no pressure on you?
Yeah, you understand?
So if you sell,
I don't
you
like,
if you don't sell, no problem.
I don't like exclusive listings. So we agree and we finish and we go silent.
Got you.
For like a month or two.
Meanwhile, you are pumping the property. Are you selling the right? Are you displaying? Is it on your videos?
Such kind of listings, you don't really push them on social media because buyers who buy them are not social media.
Say that again.
Such kind of listings, you don't push them on social media because buyers who buy them are not on the media. In fact, they're not on the social media.
Got you. Where are they? I want to
These
go
are
there.
people who have got no time to, IG and Facebook.
Yeah.
The people who mostly find them, they're golfing.
Okay.
They're just in exclusive places.
Yeah, so you have an exclusive clientele list.
Of course.
Yeah,
now, how I get a buyer again is interesting. Referral again.
Got you. Okay. So vendor locked. Now you need a customer.
Yes. But I don't go out hard looking for the customer.
Okay, you already have a list.
No, really. I don't even call.
Yeah, what do you do?
So what I do mostly, you see, I'm outside here marketing all that. So my voice is out there, my face is out there, the brand is out there. So
the brand is out there.
The brand is outside there.
So the brand is doing the work.
Exactly. Because I don't do cold calling.
Got you.
I don't do cold calling.
Why,
I don't.
sir?
It's because I kind of feel like it's a desperate move.
It's tough.
It's old school.
Cold calling is hard.
Why do you need to do cold calling yet the media's made it so easy for you to be on people's faces?
So the brand is doing the work.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the hard work is being done by the brand. So people are calling in.
Of course.
Say, I'm looking for 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
No way.
So this,
but how many such calls do you get?
A lot.
Because you don't know who's behind there.
In a day, I get calls that come into office.
Yeah, inbound.
I'll say approximately 8 to 10 calls.
Wow, inbound.
In a day,
and this is luxury real estate.
Yes, somebody wants to buy Abingtons, wants to buy Runda, Karen. So it's just, we don't do cold calling. They call. So the same way I got this owner of the property, the same way I got the buyer. The buyer calls that they have been referred by someone.
Got you.
So for me, you see, when a buyer calls want to buy a house worth 300 million or something, or 270 or 100 million.
Also, they buy and say what they want to spend.
I'll ask you.
Oh, okay, got you. So you
I have to qualify. I have to qualify.
Fantastic. Okay.
So then again, once we discuss and all that with this buyer on the phone, I have to fix a meeting in my office.
To meet the buyer?
In my office.
At this time, you've not disclosed the property or the seller?
Yes, in my office.
Got you. They come to you.
In my office, we discuss and
got you.
about a few things and
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah.
Then we go around the market, check. We might not go to see the property the same day because I haven't really found what you really want. So I have to just do qualifying and all that, just to realize what you really want. Then after that, we plan for another show.
I love that.
So we go around.
That's a very powerful principle. So a research by Harvard Business School did indicate that 27% of salespeople who listen more close up to 50% more sales.
Very true.
So as opposed to telling the client what you have, you are listening now.
I'm listening.
So you're in this meeting, you have your notebooks, you're in your boardroom. Do you have somebody taking notes?
No, I'm always alone.
You're listening there.
Those clients don't like openness. Like exclusivity.
Okay.
So you discuss.
So you are very deep with the customer, customer desires, customer fears, customer privacy.
That's why I told you. Now. These lists you can see them mostly on social media.
Got you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So you establish their needs.
Yes, it's so exclusive. So we sit down, we discuss a few things. I qualify. I get to know exactly what they want.
Got you.
Blah. We build rapport. Mostly for me, the most important thing for me is rapport. Whether you buy from me or not, rapport is most important.
Got you.
Because I don't want to serve someone who doesn't feel me.
Got you.
Who doesn't understand me.
Understood.
So we need to be on the same wavelength.
It's like a sniff test.
Exactly.
You want to see, can we work together?
Exactly.
Can we work together?
Yeah. So once that is confirmed.
Let me tell you, brother, that is so powerful. Let me tell you why it's so powerful.
Yes.
The idea that you have to go for everything like a rabid dog is the worst mentality to have.
Yes.
And the reason why I teach on cash and on building wealth is because I want people to have African pride.
Yes.
You need to have African pride. You need to walk with your head up.
As an African.
We are not just pursuing anything. It's not about give me anything. I'll eat anything.
Yes.
Do you know, boss? Even high-end dogs. I own a Doberman.
Yeah.
Boss, these are $1,500 dog, and it still eats shit. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if people but that's what it is. It's a descriptive word.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute. If you're gonna have African pride, first of all, we own all the gold. The gold of the world is ours. All these minerals are ours.
Yes.
If there is somewhere that the world should be worshipping, it's Africa.
Very true.
Do you know right now, about 70-80% of the world's remaining arable land is in Africa.
Yes.
The richest of cultures is in Africa.
Yes.
So we need to have African pride.
Right.
So I like that.
Yes.
That you are not meeting to work with everybody.
Yes.
There has to be a sniff test.
Exactly. Just to confirm, because I cannot serve you. I cannot serve you if we are not on the same wavelength.
Got you.
Look, we need to have a rapport.
Vibrations.
Clients buy from people they like.
Oof. Got you, sir. Clients buy from people they like.
The deals I haven't closed, some might be because they didn't like me.
Likability.
Or the deals that I've missed, or the clients who didn't call me is because they didn't like me.
And it's okay.
It's okay.
Because the beautiful
not
thing,
to be liked.
I've seen something. Let me tell you something. Somebody might say this arrogant. I'm always going to the next room, boss.
Yes.
In fact, when I enter a room, when I feel the energy is not my energy,
yes,
man, every minute I'm there is a minute I'm missing to meet my energy.
Very true.
To meet my actual customer.
Very true.
You enter a room, you realize this is not your room.
Yeah.
Don't bend down and start begging.
Just move forward.
Move forward.
Next.
Go to the next deal. Go to the next deal. Go to the next deal. Go to the next deal.
Yeah.
Because ultimately your customers are there.
Very true.
Money is neither scarce nor hard to make.
Very true.
It's all over.
Everywhere.
So this billionaire, people are making cash.
Yes.
Guys are making cash right now.
Very
Guys
true.
watching us are making cash.
Very
You're
true.
making cash right now. I'm making cash right now. So it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So the idea of you don't have to work with everybody is such a powerful business
Yes, you don't
concept.
need to work with everybody.
So you smell this guy and it looks like
we're gonna work, because see, for someone to call even is because they kind of feel like you can help them.
Yes, sir.
So we discuss to qualify rapport and all that, and set our pace for our next meeting,
Got you,
our
sir.
next viewing. So we go around, check listings, and you see, these kind of deals you don't close them immediately. Costs a lot of money, so
it takes time.
We go.
How long did it take to close?
It took 3 months.
How many properties did you show the client?
3.
3 properties. Okay, and over 3 months.
3 months.
And then when he reached, I said, this is the one I want.
Yeah.
At that time,
This
how
is the
long
one
to
I
deposit?
want.
How long to deposit?
Pardon?
For the first deposit, when they said this is the one, how long did it take for you to pen on paper?
How long it took? Now look, the all transaction from the first, it was 3 months.
Yes.
So 3 months. 3 months
from
the
start to end.
First point of, for the
money in the
first
bank,
point of
to
contact
cash in
to
the
the closure.
Yes.
3 months.
How did you feel, sir?
Of course, I felt.
was your biggest thrill.
I felt so nice.
Validated.
I felt like I'm doing it.
Affirmed.
I feel like this is it. And since then, my mind changed.
Wow. So results have a way
they
of
change
changing your mind.
Yes, they change you, and
that's why you have to go for results. Boss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then I, from that point, I realized, okay, then it's possible. Then I can do this one.
Yeah.
It's just like that also really opened my mind into thinking about developing. In fact, thinking of building development in London. So that's
wonderful.
Also, yes.
So that's now your next
in the
level.
pipeline.
Okay.
So all these things, see, when you start, you don't know your way. Because look.
Yes, sir.
Look, me and you right now here, we don't know what you're doing.
This is true.
No one knows what they're doing, but they're doing it anyway. It's true.
We're all in the dark.
Yes.
We're all in the dark.
We're doing it.
But you have to do
like
something.
What you're doing right now.
100%.
You're just started doing it.
100%, sir.
So for me, I didn't know I would get where I am right now. I didn't know that I could sell a 250 million property. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But it happened.
But there's no way of knowing if you don't get in the game.
Very true. You have to play the game.
The only way is by being in the game.
And you haven't asked me.
Yes, sir.
How many mistakes I've made? I've made a lot of mistakes.
We did. $300,000. 5 years.
That is personal, even in the game. A lot of mistakes. Sometimes you have no knowledge about the market, just doing it anyway. You've got knowledge about what's happening, property in the market that's available, just doing it anyway.
Yes, sir.
Until that time now, everything aligns correctly and you close. Wow. So they're not easy listings to close, and it's a very slow market and so niche. And even you to just get in that space takes a lot.
Yeah.
Very few. There are very few sellers of those niche
on
or
that
those
particular class.
high-end listings.
You have talked about something very powerful. You have said close the last 20 minutes about 5 times.
Yes.
Tell me about closing. I know a good salesman is not known by his pitch.
Yes.
A good salesman is known by the art of the deal, which is closing.
Yes.
Being able to have a clear, actionable call to action that is compelling enough to get the paper signed. How do you close?
How I close, I'll be honest with you, how I close, I'm not really aggressive on the closure. But then again, what I do is I'm okay if I don't close.
Okay. That's the psychological position.
I'm very okay
Your
if I
mindset
don't
is that
close. I'm open.
I can close, I can fail to close.
The end goal is not really to close the client, but to show value in the product. So in case they don't see it, then in case they don't see it, it means maybe I didn't do my best to show the value.
Do you lecture in university or something?
I don't. Or the product didn't have enough value.
Value.
The value of the listing, yes.
So you're not talking about much about close. You're talking about let me show, if I can get you to show you the value. There's this idea where people will say, but this is too expensive. then you're not talking about value there.
Very true.
Or you're talking to the wrong customer.
I agree with you, yes.
So the art of the deal, according to Realty Boris, is focus on the value of that property. Show the customer the value.
The value. If they can't see it, then that's okay. Someone else will see it. That's
Do you
right.
ask, when are you buying this? Do you actually ask?
I ask those tough questions.
Okay.
I'll ask you, that's my secret, but I do qualify clients. I ask you questions. I ask you, how do you want to buy this? Have you been in the market for some time?
Okay.
I mean,
what's your budget?
Budget?
Is this your second buy? Are you using a bank? Are you using cash?
Exactly.
Okay.
If it's installment, then do you have the deposit to do it?
Got you.
And those exclusive listings also ask you for proof of funds.
Okay. So before you get deep into negotiation, there has to be a POF.
Owners ask. You have to.
Wow. So how do you do this? Do you ask it on email? Do you ask it when you're showing the property?
Email. No,
on email. Okay. At some point you come.
I'll send you all the details that the owner wants.
Yeah.
Go through them. Then if you're okay with that, then we can go see the listing.
So does Boris have a crystallized customer journey?
Crystallized, what do you mean?
So is it you always start with qualify customer?
Yes.
Then show listings.
Yes.
Then decide on listings.
Yes.
Then email 1 maybe is the offer, email 2 is the contract, email 3 is there. Do you have a customer journey that you're following, or does it depend on the vibe of the customer?
No, there is a blueprint that I use.
Okay, so you have created a blueprint.
There's a blueprint. All my agents know
would this blueprint be available for use? Is this something?
It's exclusive for only us. But anyway, there's a blueprint.
Okay.
There's a process that I follow, and my guys follow from A to Z.
Got you.
And every client goes through that process.
Got you. Okay. So you're able to pass them through the funnel as it were.
Exactly. There is of course when they call, you have to qualify if you are the one receiving the call, or if it's a call that got into our office through the office admin and all that, then they'll try to pass you to the expert who's supposed to handle it.
Got you.
The expert's going to do all this qualifying and just set up a meeting, because look, it's difficult to close or even to sell to someone without you having a one-on-one. It's a bit
Got you. So one-on-one.
Because there's no connection.
So if you're going to sell luxury real estate, that is one-on-one. It's a one-on-one business.
And I don't like one-on-ones out of office.
Got you.
Why? It's because you lose control.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So you're talking about laws of power now.
Exactly. Very important.
So you want to command the room.
You want to command the room. You see, because clients also profile us.
We're both profiling each other.
Yes.
And that's the thing about the game.
Yeah,
I have said, guys, I've said it many times, that making cash is about the game.
Exactly.
So you need to learn the game.
Yes.
I've talked about there are many things that don't cost money. For example, speaking confidently does not cost cash.
Very true.
But it's part of the game. It's part of the game.
It doesn't.
Dressing well.
Yes.
Do you know the biggest secret asset to dressing well?
Yes.
Iron box, boss.
Iron box.
It's not the cost of the suit. It's the iron box and a tailor.
Very true.
Any average suit, well ironed.
Yes.
The tactics like commanding the room.
Yes.
How do you project your... You see, all that has nothing to do with cash.
Body posture.
Body posture. You'll notice I'm always leaning forward.
Yes.
Because when I lean forward, except you know what I'm doing, I could almost intimidate you.
Yes.
And the guys were like, oh, don't intimidate your client and all these things. I always ask, how much cash do you have in the bank, boss? How much? We are saying that there are skills that don't cost you cash.
Yes.
There are skills that you can learn from people like you.
Very true.
Just watching your
Very
videos.
true.
How you do your videos. How you run your office.
Yes.
There's so much you can learn
that
can make me cash.
Very true.
Just by copying what you do.
That's
so you're controlling the room. You want the customer to come to you, and you're having that conversation over there, and that is how you close.
Exactly. So you can only do that if you are able to have the client in space.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they come to your office.
Yes.
They see that you're not
and you're ready for them.
You're not a mediocre client. You're not a mediocre real estate agent.
They
see, they trust you more.
Got you.
And then now you can easily, plan for all those meetings and blah, blah, then go to the showings. But also for the showings, you pick what to show.
I see what you're saying.
Based on what they told you. Qualifying. So you're trying to match.
You're matching. So is there a product market fit? What the customer is wanting and what the product you're offering is there.
If it matches, that's okay.
100%.
And if what the client is looking for, we don't have it, we just be honest. Say, you know what? For this, we don't have.